Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to be doing a review and demo, hopefully it'll be quick, on the new NARS Velvet Matte Skin Tint. And I've had a lot of questions from you guys asking if I like this, what do you think for oily skin, sensitive skin, what do I think? So I'm going to tell you everything I think about this, if I say think one more time. So I'm just going to tell you all about this product, the pros, the cons, what I like, what I don't like, and there are definitely some don't likes. NARS did send these as PR, but as always, all opinions are my own, and that's it. Just doing it for the review, right? Okay, so really quickly, I'm going to tell you a couple different things about this product. First off, there are 12 shades in the range, which I think is really nice. Basically, it says, introducing Velvet Matte Skin Tint SPF 30 Instant Gratification. Effortless application, protects and perfects with a soft matte finish. It's oil-free, all-day wear. And then it says, transparent blurring powders instantly enhance the look of skin by helping to diffuse imperfections with a powerful optical effect. It says that rose fruit extracts visibly minimize the appearance of pores while controlling shine. So there is 1.7 ounces in here. That's a great size because in most foundations or creams there's about 1 ounce, so you get an extra 0.7 ounces in this product. I am usually in the color St. Moritz Medium 1. I really like this one. It's not too warm, it's not too yellow, it's kind of like right there in between. I love this. I even love it for when I'm a little bit lighter than this. It just matches perfectly. Then if I need it to be a little bit darker, which is what I did today, I use the color Medium 1.5. And if I use this on its own, it is warm. And it looks a little orange and it just doesn't look good. So don't like this alone, but I do like it mixed with this one. And then they did send the shade Medium 2, which is just way too dark and just not going to work for me. So I have been working with these, but again, mainly the St. Moritz, the Medium 1 shade. You can see right there. I do love this packaging. I love the squeezy tube. So you can just squeeze it onto your brush and then go about your day. I love that. I also like that you can mix this with other products because one night when I was getting ready for a formal event, my Marc Jacobs foundation, which is a little more yellow, was not matching my spray tan that I got. So I was able to mix this in with it and it all matched perfectly. So I love that you can mix this with different foundations and it still has a gorgeous finish. And I do like the fact that it's easy to blend concealer and any face products that you want to on your face. The cream products kind of just glide on and I think that's great. I'm going to move on to the cons now because there are some cons in this product and these cons are the reason why I don't know if I would repurchase the product. So the first thing that I'm not too keen on is I feel like I can't build it up. On my nose, I show you guys in the demo, which will probably be in a side pan, but on my nose, I tried to build it up because it's so hard to cover the redness on my nose, and this doesn't cover it up the first try. So I tried to build it up, and it just ends up looking cakey and just kind of separated on my nose, and I don't like that. So I don't feel like you can build this product up that well, in my personal opinion. At least I can't. And it also does break me out a little bit. It's not like terrible breakouts where they hurt, but it will cause some pimples on my face, which I don't like. I don't know why it breaks me out. I wish it didn't break me out, but it definitely does. Another thing is, I know they say that this lasts a really long time, but personally, I feel like it doesn't last that long. I mean, to me, I would never wear this out because I don't feel like this would last throughout the night. I don't know, it just breaks up on me and it ends up looking just horrible. I would say by about like hour 7, this just breaks up on me really bad, especially where I get really oily, which that kind of sucks. But I do want to say, I forgot to put this in the pros, but this does control your oil really, really well. I think this is a great day-to-day foundation if you're wanting to run errands or something like that. I think this is perfect if you have oily skin. The true test will obviously be with the hot weather, if it'll keep you matte and keep you looking good all day long, because we all know if you have oily skin, the hot weather is like our enemy and we don't wear foundation sometimes. I personally don't, I'm on the fence if this would work in the summertime with sweat and just oil and everything like that. I kind of feel like it would break up really quickly, but like I said, I cannot go a full 8 hours with this and feel confident. I feel like it just starts to look cakey and gross, and I just don't like it. And one other con, I know I feel like I'm like bashing this product, but it is a good product. I just want to let you guys know all the different things that I feel about it. But the last con is I feel like it's hard to blend. I don't know why. I prime my face and everything. I use smoothing primers and pore filling ones, but I don't use anything mattifying, like too mattifying. I use the Benefit Matte Rescue, which is a mattifying gel, but it does not dry my skin out whatsoever. If anything, it makes my skin smoother and feel more hydrated. For some reason, this thing, I feel like you have to blend really quickly, and if you don't blend really quickly, it's just gonna look crazy, and I feel like it just dries so fast. So it's a little bit more difficult to blend. Just make sure you're really working with it, and that's why I like using a brush. I've tried with my fingers, a beauty blender, and a brush is by far my favorite way to apply it, just because you have control and you can buff it in really quickly, because it doesn't need to sit on the skin long, because it's going to want to stick and keep you mattified for the day. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if your skin is not as oily as mine, you would like this. If you have dry skin, don't even try it. I feel like it would just cling to dry patches and break up. And if you have combo skin, I think you might like this. If you just use like a hydrating primer on more of your normal areas, I think you would really like it. So that is basically what I think about this product. I do like it. I'm really happy that they sent it to me, but because of the cons, I personally would not repurchase it. Just from my experience. What I would recommend if you're kind of on the fence about it, especially after my review, I would go and get a sample from NARS. NARS is one of my favorite brands, but this is just one that, I mean, I'm looking at my nose right now and it's just separating, and I'm just like, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I'll have a link in the description box if you're on a mobile device. And if you want to see my last video, it'll be linked at the end of this one, and so will my vlog channel. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye. Today I'm actually starting something new. I'm actually starting a 10-day cleanse. I'm actually trying it with Avocare. My best friend Allison does Avocare and she swears by it, so I figured I would try it.